Today we're looking at a 3-piece electrical disconnect plier set meant for automotive connectors and sensor plugs. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. I'm doing this as a screen walkthrough instead of a camera-on bench demo, so I'll keep it direct and focused on what matters in the bag. On screen you can see the 3 heads. The idea is simple. Different jaw angles help you reach tabs from above, from the side, or around a coolant hose without twisting your wrist.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
The set typically includes an 8-inch handle length with a noticeably offset head. That offset is what lets you sneak in between a plastic lock and the body of the connector. The narrow jaws slide under the latch, press evenly, and pop the tab without crushing the housing. I care most about access, control, and not breaking brittle plastics. These pliers do well on late model wiring where space is tight. The 60-degree style is the workhorse for top-down releases near the intake. The straight or lightly angled piece is better along the firewall where you need a clean push. The steep angle helps when the latch faces away and you have to come at it from the side. If you've ever tried to do this with a flat screwdriver and slipped, you know why these exist. Grip comfort is fine for short bursts. The handles are coated and don't feel chalky. Spring return helps with one-handed work, so you can hold a harness with the other hand. The pivot feels modest out of the box. After a few connectors, it loosens a touch and gets smoother. The steel is rigid enough that the tips don't twist under normal pressure. That's important because if the tips flex, you end up camming off the latch and scuffing the plug. Let's talk jaw finishes. The finish is smooth enough not to mar. On older heat-soaked connectors, I still cradle the housing with my fingers and use small moves. These will not fix a rounded or broken latch, but they reduce how often you finish the job with needle-nose desperation. For EVs and modern sensor ecosystems with lots of sealed plugs, the profile here fits better than bulky generic pliers. There are limits. The tips are slim, but not magic. Some German and older Japanese connectors with hidden secondary locks still force you to unlock the red or purple retainer first. If you skip that step, you'll think the tool doesn't work. On very deep recessed plugs, the 8-inch length can be just a bit short, and you wish for a longer handle or a narrower neck. The coating on the handles is decent, not premium. If you use solvents, wipe them off. Some coatings get tacky over time. Durability, so far, is acceptable. The hinge pin hasn't developed play, and the spring hasn't jumped its seat. If you pry sideways like a lever, you can mark the tips. Treat them like a release tool, not a pry bar. For daily shop use, add oil the pivot once a week and keep a rag over them in the top drawer to avoid grit. Who should buy this? If you do injector, MAF, MAP, throttle body, coil pack, O2 sensor connectors, or any harness work, this saves time and broken tabs. DIY users benefit most when doing plugs and coils on transverse engines, where the latch sits under a cowl edge. Mobile techs will like the weight and the fact that 3 angles cover most situations. If you only need to release one stubborn plug once a year, you can get by with a pick set, but you'll risk damage. What I like: the angled head geometry is genuinely useful. The spring action keeps the rhythm fast. The tips get under latches without shaving plastic. The set covers different approaches without making you swap to a totally different tool. What I don't like: the handle coating could be grippier with gloves. The straight piece could be longer for minivan firewall connectors. A tiny crosshatch texture on the inner jaws would improve bite without marking. Packaging doesn't include a pouch, so they rattle unless you dedicate a tray slot. Here's how I use them. First, identify the connector style and find the primary latch. If there's a secondary lock tab, slide or flip it open. Support the housing with 2 fingers so you don't transfer force to the pins. Slide the chosen pliers tip under the latch. Squeeze just enough to lift the tab while pulling the connector body straight back with your other hand.